My name is Joudy Nouh. I've been living in Canada for about 6 years now, since 2017. And a couple words I would use to identify myself are that I'm Muslim, I'm a woman, I'm a student athlete, and maybe not quite an activist, but living in a small town, I do kind of feel like a representative sometimes. So living in a small town, you don't really get quite outbursts. It's more like little microaggressions or little moments that like really make you feel alone. So like during Ramadan, for example, people will like offer you food during the day and they mean well, but it would take so little effort to just like educate yourself on the matter and then like like not make people feel so alone, like because I was the only person, maybe I think maybe one of two or three people in my entire school that was fasting. And so like I tried to make people around me aware of it, but it's just like it just feels like they put in so little effort, like they forget so easily. Like, hey Judy, do you want like a chocolate bar? Like I've told you many times now, I'm fasting, things like that. So you get just little microaggressions like that and get asked a lot, like, where are you from? Like you say Canada, and then they're like, no, but where are you really from? You're like, where did you actually come from? It's just like, why would you ask me that? And other things like touching my hair without permission, calling it exotic. I get even teachers that do this. I had a teacher like follow me around the school once because she was like, "Oh, your hair is so beautiful. It's so different. Like, I would really love to touch it." I told her no many times, like my hair to be clean. I don't want random people touching my hair, but she followed me around, followed me to class. Just makes you really uncomfortable, makes you feel alone. Things like that. Like if I would want to wear hijab, I've told my friends before, like, what would you guys think if I wanted to wear hijab? Like how would you feel about it? Not quite asking them for permission, but just, like gouging how they would feel. And a lot of them were like, are your parents forcing you to do that? Is your mom forcing you to put on hijab? And it's like, why would you think that? Like it's just it feels kind of hostile that you would think I was being forced by my parents to do something that is like sacred and religious and holy like that. I am kind of scared, yes, about how people really will react, especially because I'm an athlete, so I play a lot of sports. So I feel like it'll be hard, because usually people wear like shorts, really short t-shirts, and things like that when you're playing sports. So I'm just afraid of how like my coaches will react, how my teachers will react, how my peers and my friends will react, like will they think of me as the same person, or is it because now that I'm more visibly religious, if their opinion maybe will change with me? I think a lot of it, like a lot of the hostility and the Islamophobia against Islamic people comes from a lack of understanding or even like misunderstanding, like misinformation. So I feel like it falls on maybe like the school board, to put these like to educate people like from early on so that when they grow up, they're not ignorant and so they actually have some information on the culture. So I feel like if it could be put into the curriculum, like it doesn't have to be something huge, just maybe like a lesson or two on different cultures, maybe like one religion class, so that people could be more aware and more understanding on the topic.